here in Texas, here in Guadalupe National Park. It's a windy day, and today gonna be hiking Texas's tallest mountain, Guadalupe Peak. For a full guide on this one, you can check the link in the description below. Because I was so lackadaisical with my start this morning, got here pretty late, so it's around lunchtime and every single lot is full, so I'm hiking basically from New Mexico to get to this trailhead. While some people might think that Texas is guns, barbecue, cattle, country music, and a whole bunch of nothing, it's actually not true. Some of those things are true. Guadalupe Peak sits just below 9,000 feet, so quite a tall mountain for the surrounding area. A lot of these places in Texas that have hills and mountains kind of pop up out of nowhere. This is not an easy state high point by any means. It should be about eight-ish miles, 3,000 feet of gain. Super popular hike, well signed. So I'm not going to show you trail junctions today. As long as you can read English, you should be all right. If you can't do that, maybe have a map. The other really interesting thing, I just said it was noon. It's actually not. It's only 11, but because we're right on the border of Central and Mountain Standard Time, so sometimes your phone might be confused as to where it actually is. This beautiful mountain behind us here that I keep showing you shots of is Hunter Peak, 8,300 feet, and you can definitely hike that one as well. Here's a good overview of your parking lots. So this is the main lot slash camping area. That is the visitor center. And then this one is where I parked today, and it's the third and final lot. Few things about Guadalupe Peak. So number one, it's windy up here. I've like tentatively made plans to come up here a couple times, and the forecast was like 80+ mph gusts. So please look into the weather before you plan your trip. Number two, just because you're in Texas, don't assume it's going to be warm. It's November. This is probably one of the colder times of year here, but it's like 40s. Top will be probably low 40s. So definitely bring layers. Number three, dude, the people here are just so nice. I've been to Texas like, I don't know, 10 times now. And every time I come, I leave and I'm just like, this place gets a bad rap. This place gets a bad rap. And I don't even want to touch the politics and all that shit. I don't care. People are people at the end of the day. And the people that I've met here have been so friendly and yeah, just nice. This guy just asked me for the time, and I feel like such an idiot because I have my Garmin and my Suunto on today because I'm doing a test run of the Suunto here, see how it stacks up. Check the link in the description below if you want to check it out. I am pretty happy with it so far, and I had to check my phone. So 2 watches, no time. Just sad that my instinct is to reach for that instead. Just about 3 miles in, 7,800 feet, so another 1,000-ish to go. Yeah, first 2 miles were definitely steeper, eases off, but this is basically just one kind of consistent climb to the top of Texas here. Pockets of shade, definitely a little colder, but you feel a lot more secluded back here than you did to start the hike. Here's a look, kind of this next section. This reminds me of home a lot, actually. I've overheard on the trail that there's some scrambling. I doubt that's anything higher than class 2, but I'll tell you, obviously, if it is. So far, super enjoyable hike. There's a lot of people up here, but it's kind of like easy to space yourself out. So it obviously snows up here as well. Based on the amount of people and how close we are to the summit, I'm gonna guess this is the scrambling people we're talking about. A couple very, very small sections of like high class 2 scrambling, but nothing insane. Dogs are not allowed here, but if they were, nothing like a dog couldn't do with no problem. Top of Texas, 7,800 feet or so, just over 4.5 miles to the summit, 3,200 feet of gain. Beautiful views up here, quite windy and pretty chilly. So a little history about the summit here. This silver sign you see was brought up by American Airlines, and essentially it's honoring the people who built the railroads, the people who used to live out here. I'm sure it didn't, but it should be honoring the indigenous people who lived here and essentially created American Airlines. So that's why their logo's on it. They don't own this mountain. This is wilderness area and now a national park, obviously. Yeah, overall, in terms of state high points, I don't know. This one probably lands right in the Humphreys Peak kind of zone. Access is great. You're right off of a paved road, so unlike some of the state high points that are tougher to get to, this one's super easy. This is actually me not ranting at all, but just a friendly reminder that if you are new to hiking, when you're going uphill, you have the right of way, aka if it's not enough room for 2 people, people going downhill should step off the trail. Honestly, I say that because I've had like 30 people say sorry as I step off the trail and wait for them, and I'm like, every single time, you don't need to apologize. Hi, my knees are about to explode. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me being very out of shape or the terrain here, but my knees are killing me. And for 3,300 feet of gain and descent, that's kind of odd. So just about 8.5 to 9 miles, I think, depending on your starting point. If you're new to my channel, I do virtual trail guides based in Colorado, but have a ton of stuff all over the United States. State high points, 14ers, national park hikes, popular hikes, underrated hikes, you name it, I have it on the channel, but also on the website. So definitely poke around if you're looking to find some hiking on your travels or where you live. This is absolutely not my full-time job, so I would love your support, starting with throwing this video a like if you found it all helpful, entertaining, annoying, whatever. Just throw it a like. Or if you don't want to miss on future hike adventures, guides, tips, you can subscribe as well. Would really appreciate that. If you want to be an even better person, you can buy some virtual Sherpa gear, just put some new stickers out, or donate directly through Venmo or PayPal over on the website. For those of you who stuck around this far, I remembered another state high point that Guadalupe Peak is similar, and that's Wheeler Peak, assuming you just do kind of the standard route and not the video that I did. Very similar, just a couple thousand feet higher in elevation Wheeler is. This will likely be my last video of 2024, so thank you all who have supported this year. It's been very difficult and very different than most years, although a lot of years have been difficult for me recently. But I really appreciate you all. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in 2025 on the next adventure.